Hello everyone, I'm Gadux, and here we are in another Mobile Legends video. This time, we're on the advanced server because Kaja's revamp has finally arrived. So, we're going to be looking at the description of his abilities and then seeing him in action on the battlefield. So let's quickly get to know the new Kaja, and here he is. Look at this design that Montoon came up with. Honestly, this time I was impressed. It's a really good design. I think it's one of the best revamps that Montoon has released so far. No, I love it. Honestly, this time they really outdid themselves with the design. Because before, some revamps were good, but it wasn't like, wow, something amazing. But now you can really see a huge difference and, above all, an improvement. So, what do you think about the design? I give it a 10 out of 10. Now, let's go with the description the developers gave us. I'm going to read it to you. It says, Kaja Revamp, Hero Features, a highly mobile crowd control support who masters lightning. Primogenio to freely soar through the skies across the battlefield. In this Kaja redesign, we've optimized the following points based on player feedback, it says. We've revamped the much-discussed skill 2, turning it into elevated wings, which gives Kaja the ability to fly and ignore obstacles. We've improved his ultimate skill, changing it from suppressing a single target to immobilizing. As an area effect, his new ultimate skill, Divine Link, can now immobilize and continuously drag multiple enemies at once. The renewed Kaja now has a clear role as a high-mobility crowd controller, capable of both initiating team fights and continuously chasing and harassing enemies. Well, so that's the general description. Now let's move on to his passive. It says, passive against weaknesses. Lightning. Kaja's skill damage paralyzes enemies, briefly slowing them and reducing their damage. He can enter flight mode to gain movement speed, ignore obstacles, and perform area of effect basic attacks. Let's move on to his first skill now. It says Queen of Order. I think this isn't updated here, but I'm reading it directly from the patch notes. It says Kaja summons a ring, Primordial Lightning Ring, dealing damage to enemies while recovering HP. Well, that would be his first one. Now let's move on to his second one, Wings of Flight. It says Kaja dashes toward the target, dealing damage and launching them into the air and enters the flight state. Hitting a hero while in the flight state extends its duration and reduces skill cooldowns. The state ends if he fails. Well, interesting. I think the second skill is the most innovative. And now let's move on to the ultimate, which, well, is also impressive, Divine Bond. It says Kaja throws a lasso at the target area, immobilizing enemy heroes inside. He can drag them to reduce the radius while the ability is active. Well, there we have the description of his abilities. Also, I'll leave it here in case you want to take a screenshot if it's already updated. I was quoting the patch notes, but it's here too. The new abilities, so take a screenshot. So, well, let's see it now in action on the battlefield.
Alright folks, here we are on the battlefield with the Kaja revamp. Just look at him, he looks really good. Also looking really good on the battlefield. Alright, let's go with the first skill. I think this first one didn't change. I didn't use Kaja, so I'm not sure. But I think it's the first one. There aren't many changes compared to before. Well, yeah, Kaja. I never used him. Let me know if you're a Kaja main. What's different about the first one? It seems similar to the previous version. Let's choose the second one now. Here's the magic. Look. Press the second one. It has this circle, the area in which I can move. And see how it charges forward. And it can automatically fly, and then it gives me a brief amount of time. Again, like to do a second dash. Let's go. Do it again. This second one is really good, huh? Look. I'm moving there. Then it can fly. And then it lets you do it again. So you can make a second dash, and honestly, it's really good, huh? Really good. And this is going to make Kaja a really tough support to face, I think. Because it's gonna be really annoying. I mean, you try to catch him, but he escapes. I mean, how do you catch him? I see the second ability as very, very OP, guys. I see that. And now let's go with the last one. There's the range of the ultimate, and basically, instead of catching just one enemy with suppression like it did before, now it can catch several. There it is, look. There I caught him. Zilong. And it's like the bond is being cut, but they can still move. I mean, it doesn't totally paralyze them. It just locks down the area. They can't leave the area of the bond. And I can drag him, but it doesn't paralyze them completely. I mean, they can move within the area. Let's try the ultimate here. With several heroes, so you can see how it works. I placed several there, but let's add another here for you to see. Alright, there go the heroes, and now let's try. There it is. And as you can see, it drags all the heroes that are inside the lasso. Pretty good, huh? The previous ultimate also had its own thing because it was a straight up suppression. It totally paralyzed, but this ultimate isn't bad, huh? What it is though is a bit slow. It's a bit slow to catch them. But it makes up for it with the fact that you can catch several heroes. Look. And when you drag them, I think it's also slower than the ultimate. Case original ultimate. So, well, I think the potential of this is in her second ability, which is really annoying. And you can combine it, eh? It's good. You can pair the second with the ulti. Watch. It's good. That combo is good. I just discovered it. I'm trying it out. So I would say it is OP. And well, the best thing would be the second skill then. And the ultimate isn't bad at all. I think this new Kaja is going to be really OP. So if you're a Kaja main, leave your opinion in the comments. I'm reading your comments, and you know, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.